for me, I think Tinubu is going to win the election.
Why did you say
and
so?
The reason is very simple. Even if you are running for an election in your locality or inside your estate, if 4 children of the same family are contesting against an outsider that has a united house, it's almost impossible for any of the 4 kids of the same family to defeat the outsider that is united. So currently you have 4 branches of PDP who are in the race, running against an incumbent that is extremely corrupt, that has a massive war chest, that is ever willing to buy votes at the slightest opportunity, and with a compromised security architecture in the country. We saw, when I hear people shouting about beavers, I always laugh at them. I'm like, were these people not in this country when we had the Ekiti and Osun election? Thank God you were on ground, because Channels TV covered those elections. You saw how people were just willingly selling and buying votes on the day of election. So what impact will any beavers make on election day when people are selling and buying votes? So you have
buying will be predominant.
The winner of this election is going to be vote buying. It's vote buying that will determine who wins the election. So, and I'm not being emotional, because everybody knows how I disdain, I hate APC and their candidates. So I don't know why anybody would think that me being speaking truth to power is. I don't know what any other justification it can be. It's just that
the reason why you think Tinubu will win this election is based on what?
On the division in the opposition. It's very simple. You cannot have a divided opposition that has been fractionalized into 4 different branches. You have the articulated branch, you have the obedient, you have Kwankwasia, you have G5 led by Wike. There's no way any of them can win any election. Not even in a dream they can't win. They know. Go on. When you sit down with them and you interrogate, they know that they cannot win. They are just entertaining their fans and their supporters.
The kind of support that Atiku is getting, the kind of support Peter Obi is getting, you don't think that this will count for anything.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see Peter Obi
2019 election.
Yes, I don't see Peter Obi in the race. Seriously, to be sincerely with you. Okay. And I also don't see Kwankwaso in the race. Yes, ordinarily I would say I don't see Atiku in the race. But PDP has a penchant for evil, and if they have the opportunity to buy votes, they will buy as much vote as the APC. And so that's why you cannot write them off, because, and again, PDP has endemic structure in this country. Yes, 5 of their governors have gone away, and that is significant. That is why I sincerely don't see them winning. But that I don't see them winning does not mean I will write them off. But I have written off Obi and Kwankwaso in the election. There's no scientific way, there is no miracle. Forget about Obi trying to campaign in the church and sell himself as a Christian candidate. There is no way that Obi can become president in Nigeria. There's no way, because the path is not possible. The path to electing presidents, we know how it is done in this country, how presidents are elected in this country, and we know the zones that produce presidents in this country, and there's no way either him or Kwankwaso can get any significant votes in those states.
But Peter Obi's vice presidential candidate is from the Northwest, and Northwest has the largest. The vice presidential candidate of Peter Obi will not win his ward. Go and write it down. He won't win his ward in Zaria. What makes you think so?
Because he is not on ground at all. When he was named as vice presidential candidate, I criticized. I said, what kind of choice is this? Why will you go and choose someone that cannot deliver his word to you? So what is he bringing to the ticket? Politics is not about emotion. Politics is a science. Politics is not art. Politics is science. You can put 2 + 2 together, it gives you 4 in politics. For instance, why am I saying Tinubu will win? Let me give you the reason why I'm saying Tinubu will win the election. APC controls 21 states. Tinubu is talking with 5 of the PDP governors. I am 101% sure that Wike is working for Tinubu. He's lying.
He said he has not announced.
Everybody around Wike I've spoken to have assured me that Wike is working for Tinubu. The only person I have not picked the phone to call is Wike himself. So how can they be lying? So The majority of the PDP governors are compromised. There are people that are going to allow Tinubu to get 25% in their states. Then look at the Southwest. There's no state in the Southwest that Tinubu will not win. Not one. There's no state in the Southwest that he will not win. Then look at all the places where APC have governors.
Osun controls,
PDP
controls Osun.
Tinubu will win Osun.
How?
He will win Osun. I will not tell you how, but he will win it.
The PDP controls Oyo.
He will win Oyo. Presidential. Tinubu will win Oyo. Yes, he will win. Because that governor is also working for Tinubu. Let Seyi Makinde come and deny that he's working for Tinubu. So there is no way a divided opposition can win an incumbent that is extremely corrupt. You were in Osun, you were in Ekiti for the election. How can a Labour or an MPP even stand? Even if they are willing to buy votes, who will buy their vote? You see, there are agents that are hungry that once they give them money on election day, they run away with their money.
I mean, you heard what he said. He said scientifically, your candidate doesn't stand a chance.
So the fact is, that is just his own assertion, given the kind of lens that he is using to view the political situation in this 2023 election. Before now, I think earlier in the start of the election, I always argue that we are going to have a different 2023 election. We're going to have a kind of election whereby the people are not sitting down to allow the political establishment to determine how the election will go. The people will come out, exercise their right to take ownership of the election. And this is already playing out. Look at the rate of people coming out to register for their PVCs and get their PVCs. Look at the rate at which young people are getting more interested in politics today. We had several shows that ordinarily are supposed to like distract young people from politics. We had Premier League, we had Big Brother, and currently we're having another fraction of Big Brother. Still, young people are still not distracted. They are ready. Voter apathy is no longer a thing in our system anymore.
So I mean, I had to come to you because most of what that you dismissed your candidate and he doesn't think that he has a chance. But do you think that Peter Obi can win this election?
Absolutely, he can win this election. I'm talking about Zaria when he mentioned about dirty. As I speak, the House of Assembly member that has Zaria under his own constituency is now in Labour Party. Zaria is as obedient as anyone, it's as obedient as it used to be. So the thing is, they are using the lens of, hey, how Labour Party was, how Peter Obi movement was in June, in April, when they were telling us that, hey, your vote is wasted, there are 4 people tweeting in the room, you can't win the polling unit. And today, they are seeing the reality, but then, because of their own sentiment, they don't want to accept the reality.
So Peter Obi can shock anybody.
Absolutely. And secondly, the Labour Party is not a fraction of the PDP extraction, just as he mentioned. The Labour Party is an opposition standing on its own, ready to face the political establishment, ready to ride on the current political revolution going on, and get into Aso Rock for us to fix Nigeria.